Hi again, everyone. Right, today's video is going to be a little bit different to my other ones. I'm actually going to tell you more about how my phobia was, more about emetophobia, for those of you who don't actually know what it is, or for those of you who have asked me to explain how my symptoms were. Now, I'm actually got to a point in my studies today where I was reading back my old Thrive book and reading all the old symptoms that I had written of my own coping mechanisms and things like this. So I thought it was a really good time to make a video and tell you how it was. Now, it's not going to be a really long video. It's not going to be too heavy. Not because I don't want to talk about it. I'm not embarrassed or anything, but it's really, for me, I feel it's not as important. What's more important is that I have overcome that possible, and that the future is more important and how I am now. But so I've probably had it most of my life. I think as at least 20 years, I suppose, maybe more. My first memory is when I was really young. I don't really know how old, and it was kids' birthday party, my birthday parties, and Mum would come out and give me a cake with candles. You'd blow it out and ask for your wish, and instead of asking for a pony or to be a princess like most young children, young little girls do, I wished not to be sick. And I always remember that, and that's actually quite sad that a little girl wastes her wish on not being sick. So that just shows how long I've had the phobia. I mean, it was different levels, it wasn't always the same. There was times when it was sort of under control. I suppose at school it was relatively under control. I mean, I still remember having quite a lot of panic attacks at odd times, but relatively under control. And then teenage years it got a lot worse. That was when I'm going to make this list quite quick, otherwise this is going to be a really long, boring video. I didn't drink any alcohol until actually last year. So that was a big patch of my teenage years. I made many excuses why I didn't drink alcohol, but actually the only one was because I was scared of being sick. I had lots of coping mechanisms. I mean, I wouldn't go on tubes, on buses. I couldn't hold down jobs. I was always too scared to leave my mum's house. I just stayed there and again made many excuses. This is one I remember. This is one of my tactics, and I'm sure all of you probably do this one, is when somebody said they were ill, you would come across like a really caring person. I would come up to them and just keep asking them, you know, how are you feeling now? How are you feeling? Which actually made me sound really nice. But really I was only doing it just to find out whether you had a cold or whether you felt sick. So sorry to all my friends who, you know, you might have thought I was being really nice to you then. Actually, I was probably just scared. I didn't want to catch it. This one I did all the time. I mean, I listened to anything heard, and if I heard the word unwell or bad or sick, you know, you would like pry and try and find out really what they were talking about. It really did control pretty much every aspect of my life. I think I just told you about I didn't hold down jobs. I remember one job in particular. I was working, and one of the other girls there, she had a cold. She wasn't even sick, but she coughed so much she made herself sick. And instead of me carrying on working and letting her go home because she was ill, I had a panic attack and I left, and just left her in the shop. I had another time when I was driving and had a friend in my car, and she said we were going to pick something up, so we had to drive quite a long way. I think it was about 2.5 hours, and about an hour in she started to feel sick, and I thought, oh god, I'm stuck. On the way back she said, I've got to pull over the car, and not in quick enough time, so she vomited in my car. I was on the roundabout, I just spun my car off, not quite as dramatic as I made that sound, off the edge, and just came up on the grass verge, just got out of the car and left her in a total panic just off a roundabout. And I mean, that was dangerous just because I was so scared. And then I went ran away a couple of roads down, sat on the floor crying. Some lovely lady came over to me and said, like, love, you're all right there? And I was like, no, I can't get back in the car, I can't get back. I explained this girl's problem, and she was a bit like, oh, okay, I can't help. Is there anything I can help you with? She said. I said, yeah, can you go get my dog? My dog is in the car and I want to take him home with me. Would you believe she had a phobia of dogs? She couldn't help me. Just, I've always remembered that one was a good story. But, yeah, this went on, like I say, for years. And I can tell you more. I mean, I can list this ongoing list of all the coping mechanisms I had. There was many, some of them very stupid, some of them very silly, and I'm sure looking back very obvious. But like I say, this has already been 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop talking, stop telling you too much about my past, and I just wanted to show you that I understand your struggle. I understand, ooh, wasp in my ear. I understand your struggle. I understand all the coping mechanisms, coping techniques, and all these things you do, because, you know, it's quite annoying when someone says, I know how you feel, but actually I do know how you feel. I did it. And so I suppose that makes it really easy for me to understand. I mean, I can look back now and think how I can almost laugh at them, because I haven't thought about any of these things since I've done it. It wasn't until I was reading the book today, which I was like, my God, did I really do that? Did I really act this way? Because now I'm free, is what I'd like to say. I feel free. I feel free from myself. I was trapped in this fear that I created, and I had this control over me for so many years. So I just wanted to give you a little bit more detail. I'm going to give you some more videos soon and explain and answer some of the other questions you've asked, but this is just a start to say I really understand, and I hope I can help you soon. And to let you know, my training is going pretty well. We haven't got that long left. I'm just finishing my website. If you haven't already seen, I've now got Instagram. I'm slowly learning all of these social media. Instagram, Come Thrive with Emma. Facebook, Come Thrive with Emma. YouTube, Come Thrive with Emma. There's a bit of a pattern going on here. If you can't remember, it's pretty easy. Come Thrive with Emma on anything. So yeah, hopefully you can like my page or join me or whatever you do on these things. Anyway, thank you for listening to my video. If you've managed to make it through 6.5 minutes so far, thank you very much. And I will give you another video soon. Take care. Bye.